Hello there everyone, Ash and Flash here, and welcome on into a LEGO DC Superheroes video. I've been saving talking about this till today because we are now officially at the time of Superman 2025 releasing in theaters, and what better time to reflect on what happened, what did we get, because we did get some stuff, and of course we're going to be doing a spoiler review more in depth about the film and the plot and what sets they could have done. But specifically, we're going to be discussing this quote from a really long time ago, back in October, is from the head of consumer products at Warner Brothers Discovery, talking about Superman. We've got something to offer every fan of different ages and stages. How do we tier the offering and ensure fans connect correctly to the characters they love? Be it toys, fashion, home, food, health, and beauty, with partners such as Pepco, Lego, Spin Master of Fortilia. That's just a few, as we have thousands of partners that have already come on board for Superman across all categories. Now, reflecting on this, all this time later, we now, of course, we can go to our local store that sells Lego and, well, there's no Superman movie sets. So what's going on here? And then it hit me, because this video came out before we got the mech set. Set number 76302, the Superman mech versus Lex Luthor. Then I started to pay attention, and I looked at some other companies, and what are they doing? Yes, Funko, of course, has a bunch of Funko Pops, and there's some really cool action figures and different things from McFarlane Toys. But then I noticed that there were some others that are just doing generic Superman stuff. Look at these toys here from Imaginext. There's the big kaiju that Superman's fighting, and you could see the suit and everything. It looks like Dave and Cornsweat. But then there's this Superman mech, which also has Superman that looks kind of similar to the Lego minifigure. And then there's this other one of this little car with these fists, and then with Superman as well. And it hit me that the quote the whole time was just talking about having something available for kids and people to consume with the release of the movie. Just having some Lego Superman set on shelves. Not necessarily from the movie, but just having something there. And I need to share with you and show you this clip if you haven't seen it yet. This is the actor David Cornsweat being interviewed by GQ, and this is the question and his response.
What do I want to what? I want to build Legos with this Superman. I would like to have Legos. Please, Lego, make me a Lego.
It's crazy that we're here. That he is literally saying, please, Lego. Something we have been saying for years at this point. No doubt in my mind that he doesn't have a clue that there's been this drought of DC sets and that it's all been Batman and Marvel for superheroes. It's just fascinating that we're at this point where fans like him of Lego, and literally he is Superman, saying please Lego, which to me is beyond disappointing, because if you've followed the history of Lego DC here on the channel and all the videos that we have done countless over the years at this point, it seems the goalpost for receiving non-Lego Batman sets has constantly shifted. Before it was, they're not releasing any movies. Then it was, they're releasing movies that are too dark. Now we need to wait to see if things are profitable and a success, because if you didn't know, again, just to sort of recap some things, that the superheroes team is actually split, and it's a shared theme, Marvel and DC over at Lego. It's the same designers, it's the same budget and everything that they all share. So they're choosing to, instead of treating them like separate themes, they have kept them together for all these years, and they favor Marvel because Marvel movies, for the most part, are very successful. And then that also confuses me because they're also skipping out on Marvel. But then at the same time, they're collaborating with these films over with Lego Fortnite, but not giving us sets. And I just sit here and I look at Deadpool and Wolverine and I'm like, you have the 18+ rating. This Wolverine figure being in Fortnite is crazy to me from an R-rated film. And then you look at Thunderbolts, and one of the most, I would say, maybe not financially successful films, but critically beloved, and I think by the general audience. A lot of people really like that movie, and there is nothing on shelves for this at all. Except for, don't worry, you've got a Lego Fortnite collaboration. Craziest thing of all is that if you look at Superman as a character, he is one of the most recognizable and iconic superheroes of all time. I would say if I had to pick the top 3, it would be Batman, Spider-Man, and Superman. Everyone globally knows that S. This film, I believe, it is setting records for trailer views. It is on track to become the biggest DC opening weekend. And what do we have to show for it for Lego? We have Superman in the new Battle Pass. And he's got a Lego minifigure, which looks phenomenal. And I'm so frustrated because it looks great with the arm printing and just the cape with the S on the back. But also later today, they're adding 2 more characters with Mr. Terrific, who looks just beyond perfect and incredible. And then also the Engineer, who is one of the villains in the film. Not the most exciting choice. There was definitely other people like Guy Gardner or Hawkgirl that I think would have been better fits. But for the movie, we have 3 digital Lego Fortnite minifigures. I've seen a lot of people suggesting that Lego is going to quickly start to work on sets because of the success of this movie. And while I want to believe that, I do want to get excited, I don't know if that is the case. The only reason I think that we actually have a good chance of getting something soon, again, it'll be after the film has probably left theaters by that point, but I'm interested to see, because of the delay now of Avengers Doomsday, presumably Lego had and has a lot of sets planned for that. And sort of like what happened with The Mandalorian Grogu, all of those sets are just going to be pushed back now further. And Lego's going to need to release something next year for superheroes, obviously. I'm sure there's going to be Infinity Saga sets, comic book sets, blah, 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 all the regular stuff that you'd expect from Marvel. But where does that leave DC? Well, sure, there's going to be some Batman, but are they going to then rush and do some Superman sets based off the movie? I really hope so. I mean, I don't think that this is a situation like No Way Home where Lego just wasn't given stuff from the film, because there are so many toys out there. Unlike what happened with No Way Home, there was nothing with all those villains and everything. It was kept secret from everybody, same with Grogu. So fingers crossed that Lego rushes out to do it. But to me, it just saddens me. Like, Superman is one of the most beloved superheroes of all time. And we're here now. The movie is releasing. Lego has the partnership, the brand, and they did 3 digital Fortnite figures. This is the start of an onslaught of superhero movies and shows for the next few years. And Lego is not getting in on the groundwork and has nothing to offer kids except this mech. Honestly, I think I'm as sad as I was when I talked about that Harley Quinn and Batman set being the only DC set for the year. Like, it is really disappointing to me that we are at this point now, and I don't know what it's going to take, because, again, the goalpost keeps shifting. At the end of the day, all that I can say and suggest to you, the fans of Lego, DC, and Superman, is 2 things. Number 1 is buy the mech. It's not that expensive. You get a great new Superman figure, new Lex Luthor figure, and an awesome Superman tile included too. And number 2 is go see the movie. If you want more non-Batman stuff, non-Marvel stuff, this movie does have to do well to tell Lego, hey, we should be making toys for upcoming films. A simple, let's say $15, $20 Lobo and Supergirl set next year would be amazing. And there is so much in this movie that would have lent itself so well to sets, but we aren't getting anything. But what do you think of all this? I'd love to hear your thoughts, comments down below. Be sure to subscribe, turn the bell notification so you don't miss out on future Lego DC and Superman videos, because I have so much planned for this week. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.